Tarot with me. This is Module 3, the Introduction to the Fool's Journey, and this is your host, Michelle. So as I told you earlier, the Major Arcana cards are made up of 22 cards from 0 to 21, from the Fool to the World card. This all tells a story of the Fool's journey, and we're going to go through it card by card. All right, so the first card, obviously, is 0. Okay, the first card is 0, and that is the Fool. The Fool is you, the Fool is me, the Fool is anyone going through an incarnation and life's experience, being born. So this is you, starting off on your new journey, being born, okay? You know nothing. You're going out there willy-nilly. You don't know anything yet. All right, so that's you starting off, being born, fresh and new. So now, you learn that you have tools in life. And here comes the Magician. So the Magician is card number 1. And this is all about using the tools that you have. Everybody is born with these tools, okay? We all have the tools. There's the 4 elements. There's the cups, which represent your emotions. There's the pentacles, which represents your material world. There's the wands, which represent your inspiration and your passions. And then there's your swords, which represent your mental state. And you have the ability to use all of these tools. And you are given all of these tools in order to make it through life. Okay, so that's the first person you come across, is the Magician. So now that you're out there and you're tootling around and you've got all these tools and you're wheeling them around, and all of a sudden you meet your first obstacle and you don't know what to do. So then you meet card number 2, the High Priestess. So this is your intuition. All right, this is you, this is your intuition, this is the High Priestess telling you what to do, telling you your gut feelings. It's telling you to go inside and look within on how you are going to do something. So basically, it's telling you to go within and feel what you're feeling. And if you feel the right thing, that means you're on the right track. So it's telling you to use your intuition. So that's what she's about. Next, we come to the Empress. This is the mother figure of the deck, number 3. Okay, she's very creative, she's very nurturing. She rules the kingdom with kindness and love and empathy. All right, she's the birth of something, the birth of anything. That could be a child, an idea, or anything like that. But she represents the birth of something, the mother figure. So that's basically you meeting pretty much your mother figure. Then we come against the Emperor. This is the father figure of the deck. So we have the Emperor and the Empress. This is like your parents, okay? But he rules with an iron fist. He's all about authority, rules, all right? He rules the kingdom. He's the tough one. He's the one that makes the rules. He's the father, okay? He rules his domain. But who does the Empress and the Emperor go to when they need help? Well, that's where the Hierophant comes in. Okay, so we have the Hierophant here. He's kind of like the priest, the spiritual teacher. This represents traditions, anything like marriage, religion, schooling, mentoring. You can see he has his students here. He's teaching his students. He's guiding them along the way. So he's kind of like if you go to church, all right, or if you go to some kind of spiritual community, anything like that. But the Emperor and the Empress, they go to the Hierophant for guidance. Okay, and then you have the Lover's card. So, after you meet your mother and your father and you've met the priest and you've contacted them, you've talked with them, then you get the Lover's card here. So this could be a partner coming in. This could be a choice that you need to make. What are you going to do now? Are you going to meet someone? Are you going to get married? Are you going to settle down? Or are you going to move forward? It's a choice that you have to make, okay? So are you going to get married, or are you going to go off and make yourself a career? All right, these first 7 cards here are the learning stage of your life, your consciousness. Are you going to stay in this part of the community, or are you going to move forward? Okay, so we're going to get into detail with that. We're going to break this down into 3 different groups for the next 3 videos. You're going to know about the learning stage. You're going to learn about the next stage, which is the living stage. That's where you meet the Chariot. Okay, this is when you've all of a sudden now, you've decided, nope, you're not going to get married. It's time to go. It's time to leave home. So you've talked to your mother and your father, the Empress and the Emperor, and you've talked to the priest, and now you've decided, no, I'm going to go out and I'm going to have a career. I'm going to do this career. So now is time for movement. It's time to go. Setting off on your own. Going off on your own and being independent. Leaving home. Okay? So that means go. All right? So next we come up to the Strength card. We learn the Strength card next. All right? This is number 8. So we come up with the Strength. This is getting hold of your emotions. You can see there's a lion. There's a girl there. She's trying to tame this beast, but the lion's not eating her. She's got this lion completely under control. All right, this is you getting your emotions under control in a nice, calm manner. Okay, so being able to rein in and hone in on your abilities to keep yourself calm, keep yourself on the right path. Okay, and then you meet the Hermit, which is also part of the Strength card. So you meet the Hermit. This is when you're going to go inwards and you're going to think about things, kind of going like on a spiritual journey. All right. You're going to take stock of your life. You're going to reflect on things. All right. So you're trying to tame your emotions here. And now you're trying to get in touch with your soul, getting in touch with what your passions are. All right. Getting some time to think about things, being in a hermit mode, kind of going into solitude. Okay. So then we come up to the Wheel of Fortune. So after you've come down from this mountain, you come up against the Wheel of Fortune. This is your destiny. This is your luck card. Luck is very neutral. It's neither good, it's neither bad, but it's based on your behaviors, what's going to happen. What are you going to do in this card here in the Wheel of Fortune? Are you going to make bad decisions that make you go backwards? Or are you going to make good decisions that make you go forward? All right, it's all based on your actions, and luck is very unbiased, so it could go either way, all depending on what you do. This is number 10. Okay, number 10, destiny, luck. Yeah, based on all your behaviors, your actions, your decisions that you're making will determine which way this wheel turns. Then you're going to come up to the Justice card. Did you have good luck or did you have bad luck? Okay, she's going to make the decision based on your behavior, what's going to happen. So you meet the Justice card. You have to answer for your behaviors. You have to answer for your, the consequences of the things that you've done. Which decision is going to be made? She's got that sword hanging up. She hasn't made the decision yet. It hasn't come crashing down yet. But she's going to make a balanced, fair decision because she is also unbiased and she's only looking at the facts, the truth, and the logic about things. And she's just going to make that decision based on what you've done. And you're going to have to deal with the consequences of whatever the Justice card makes their mind up about. Now, mind you, when the Justice makes her decision, it's final. There's no going back. It's the final decision. It is the only decision. All right, so then you're going to come up against now, apparently, she didn't rule in your favor. So now you're stuck. You're in limbo. You're in a state of stillness. Judgment and the decision has been made against you for your bad behaviors, bad decisions that you've done. Okay, from what you've done in the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so she's now, gone against you. Now you're kind of in a hanged man position. You're in the position of, I got to look at things from a different angle, a different perspective. You're hanging out thinking, you're connecting with spirit. You have to do some readjustments based on what you've done in the Wheel of Fortune. So this is where you come up and you get in the hanged man position. So now you're thinking about, the decision that's been made. You're kind of stuck right now. You're thinking about things. Don't know where you're going from here. And then comes along the Death card. This is a transformation. So basically, in this position here, you've kind of had an ego death. So now you've thought about what you've done wrong. You thought about what you should and shouldn't have done. So now you've pretty much had an ego death. You've kind of had a rebirth of yourself. So you're transforming yourself. All right? There's a transformation happening here, a transition. Something must end before something new can begin. All right? It's like you've had an ego death, basically. All right? It's a new part of you that you're experiencing. And so it can also be spiritual transformation that's happening here. Okay, so these cards from the Chariot to the Death card are all about the living stage, the subconscious part of your living. So now we're going to go on to the last part. So now you're coming up from the Death card, and now you meet Temperance. Okay, so this is the Temperance card. This is next in your journey. You've had your ego death. You're trying to balance things out. This is about magic, alchemy, being reborn, getting your bearings again, getting your stuff together again. All right, getting yourself put back together, influencing the elements, balancing things out. All right, finding that peace and balance that you need. All right, so you're in that mode now after you've come through the Death card, after you've had that transformation. Now you're trying to balance yourself out and get yourself back together. But what's going to happen if you don't balance yourself out? You end up in trouble, okay? You end up in trouble, and guess what comes in? You guessed it, the Devil card, all right? You're your own devil. Temptations. You succumbing to your own temptations, your ego, your pride, your bad behaviors, all right? You're not stuck here. You can get yourself out of it. These chains are not tight around these people's necks here. These are Adam and Eve. You're going to find that out. All right? They depict Adam and Eve, but those chains are loose. You can take those chains off and walk away at any time. All right? You're tied to your own temptations. You're tied there by your own doing, by your own bad behaviors, whatever that may be. That could be anything from any kind of addictions to any kind of self-sabotaging yourself, any kind of bad behavior that we come across, even hanging around with bad people. Okay? So what happens now, if you don't go back to Temperance, if you don't go back to the Temperance card and you don't balance yourself back out, okay, you don't balance yourself again, what's going to happen to you? Well, what's going to happen is you're going to screw up everything, and you're going to go to the Tower card here. You've messed things up if you don't go back and temper yourself. You're still stuck here. And guess what's going to happen? The universe is going to step in because you're choosing bad behavior. You screwed up everything, and now you're on the wrong path. Well, the universe is going to, make sure that you're going to fix what you didn't fix before. So this is a massive change, a destructive, massive change. It's going to be uncontrollable. It's going to be outside of your control. The universe is going to step in because you're not on the right path and you're not going in the right direction, so they're going to make sure that you do it by knocking you on your feet. So this Tower card moment is a crashing down of you, all right? The universe pulling you back down, giving you an ego death once again, okay, so that you can pull yourself back up. And that's where you're going to meet the Star card. This is where you're going to have hope. This is where you try to go back to Temperance. This is where you're going to try to rebalance things. You're going to try to put the puzzle pieces back together. You're very vulnerable at this point. Look at the girl's naked and she's very vulnerable. The ego is wiped out, but there is hope. There is hope coming. Once you put the puzzle pieces back together, now you got the Moon card. So you've kind of pulled yourself back together, but you feel like you're in the dark. Everything's a mystery to you. You feel like you're not on the right path. You don't know where you're going. Okay, this is hidden knowledge, secrets. You're going down that dark path. This could be about lying and deceit and secrets coming in your way. But as long as you follow the light of the moon, you're going to get to where you need to be. If you follow this road long enough and you get through the darkness without giving up, that's when you come to the Sun card. That's where the Sun card comes in. This is the yes, success is coming. Prosperity. The sun will come out tomorrow. All right, fulfillment. Almost completing your journey. You've got achievement coming here. You're almost there. You're almost on the way to the end of the story. You're almost on the way to full of your cycle. Almost finishing up a journey for yourself. Okay, and then you're going to come across Judgment. Did you do a good job? Are you ready to move on to the next part of your journey? Or do you need to go back and complete a couple of stages? Are you ready? This is a milestone. This is a chance for you to wake up. All right, wake up and move forward. All right, so if you do that, this is the final card in the deck, the World card. All right, this is you have made it. You have made it through your journey. This is the Victory card. You've figured out everything. All right, you've gone the path to illumination and enlightenment. You've been through one whole cycle. You've learned a whole new life's lesson. And then where do you end up again? Back here. At the very beginning of the story, the Fool. On to your next chapter, on to your next journey, on to your next life experience. And we go through these cycles over and over and over. And depending on which card you pick out, will tell you which part of the cycle that you're in. So the next 3 videos are going to be telling you about the 3 stages. So we're going to go through the 3 exact stages, and we're going to go card by card by card. So you want to get your stickers out, you want to get your pencils out, because you're going to want to be writing a couple meanings on the back of these cards so that you can know these cards inside and out. I will be going through all the pictures and what they mean. And we're going to still tell the story as we go along so that you guys can know the story even better. But the more you know the meanings and the more you know the story, the more you go through the story and put the story together, the more you're going to understand it. All right, so I hope this helped you. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. And thank you for being with me, and thank you for learning tarot with me, and thank you for your support. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.